Hello and welcome to another podcast of the New Era by me, Christine Matunda. Our topic today will focus on the COVID-19 and the socio-economic dilemmas that have resulted from it. In Kenya, the socio-economic impact of the COVID-19 was felt in various ways. The direct effects were in cases of illnesses or even death. The other effects were through farms or industries, laying off the employees who had no other sources of income, leading to economic dilemma. Social gatherings were also banned to cut the spread of the virus, leading to social dilemmas. I spoke to random people, including youths, employers, and business owners, who gave their opinions on COVID-19 and its effects regarding the socio-economic dilemmas and the digital confusion.
Okay, my name is Ben Liai, Secretary General, Landlords and Tenants Association of Kenya. I stand here to support the president for actually the curfew because of two reasons. One, Kenyans were expecting for a lockdown, total lockdown. But then the president came in with a curfew of between 7 p.m. To 5 a.m., of which I think is very important because, one, it makes people realize that this is not life as usual. You know, like now, having to make sure that at least by, let me say by 5, you start moving to the house and you don't move out of the house, then you realize that there is a problem. So this will enable people to make sure that at least now they take care of the social distancing and making sure that at least they protect themselves in terms of hygiene. Number two, again, a lockdown could definitely have really locked down the country in a way that you see 80% of Kenyans, they depend on hand to mouth. So this means at least one can rush to town or wherever his hustle is, do or make something out of that. And again, at the end of the day, at least this person will not sleep hungry. So I believe I want to support the president for the few hours that he's given Kenyans, fellow Kenyans, at least to go out there and actually get unga on the table. So basically, it's a good thing. And we are also looking forward for the president to even come out again and also check out on the landlord and the tenant in terms of how we can actually moderate both of them so that we don't push them, because so many guys, especially that we have 17 million tenants, and you see most of them, their salary has been cut off. So we expect also the president to come out and give us a solution on how we are going to pay the rent.
With the pandemic came a lot of misinformation and rumors.
I had a lot of misconceptions about the COVID-19 and I didn't know what was real and what was not. The first misconception I had was that the vaccine was like a microchip used by the government to get surveillance information on the citizens. The second one I can remember is that when you get the vaccine, it makes you impotent. So that discouraged most of us. The other one was without the vaccine, you couldn't get employment anywhere.
During this COVID-19 era, the youth have faced different challenges, and here is one of them speaking about the same.
I'm Mercy Cherop, and I just want to say that the government never thought about the youths. Plus, I just can't imagine surviving all those months without coming out of the house. I need my friends around, and without friends, this was just a dilemma. It has been lonely during this COVID-19 era. I just hope that this COVID-19 thing and the measures the government is putting in place will come to an end sometime.
The business sector was not left behind.
I'm Ian Waweru, a wine and spirit shop owner here in Rongai. The COVID-19 period has got me shaking and not sure of when the business will fully stabilize. Early last year, when the government directed closure of businesses by 5 p.m., it seemed as the end of operations, as most customers here prefer night and evening time for leisure. The profits also went down and I had to lay off 2 of my employees.
With the lifting of curfew, the general economy is getting back to normalcy. Kenya's private sector has witnessed increased hiring, and firms also increased workers' pay. This partly helped the government raise its revenue by easing its restriction it previously imposed to contain COVID-19. In late October, President Uhuru Kenyatta lifted a nighttime curfew that had been in place since March 2020, a move that was expected to spur economic activity. According to Stanbic Bank, Kenya's Purchasing Managers Index, companies increased their workforce for 6 months in a row, with salaries growing fastest as a form of staff motivation and compensation against inflation. The increased hiring last month was meant to boost production capacity and clear orders from previous months, indicated the survey, which tracks performance in key economic sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, construction, wholesale and retail services, and mining. The sustained hiring is a boost to job seekers, especially the more than 1 million young people who graduated from colleges and secondary schools in search of low-experienced positions such as clerks. Nearly 730,000 jobs were lost last year when Kenya imposed coronavirus-induced lockdowns that led to layoffs, pay cuts, and unpaid leave. That's all for now. Until next time on another episode of The New Era, have a good day.